Hey everybody, I'm Anya Winnica. I'm the Director of Education here at the Knot Pro. Welcome to our Real Weddings webinar. We are so happy you're joining us. I am really excited about this one. Our webinar today is all about our Real Wedding study and the trends that we're seeing today with our couples. The Not Real Wedding study, you guys, is the longest running study of its kind. We have been tracking and asking our couples questions about their weddings for now 11 years. So we not only have this incredible data, but we also take our expertise in the industry and we like to take it, bring together some insights, some real trends, and then not just give those to you, but also give you actionable takeaways that can really help you with your business and help you connect faster with the couples that you want to work with. So that's what we're doing today. I'm not just going to show you a bunch of numbers. We're not all about that. I'm going to show you some really powerful numbers, but I'm also going to give you some really actionable takeaways, things that you can go back and do today. So take some notes, get your pens out, and let's do this. I'm going to pull up my presentation. Bear with me for 1 minute and let's get started. Okay, you guys, like I said, we're all about taking the insights and turning them into real trends that not only are indicative of what's going on today in the landscape, but also can help you better your business. So here they are, 8 trends for 2018 from the Not Real Weddings study. Like I said, the Not Real Wedding study is the longest running study of its kind. We have been tracking our couples for 11 years. For the Not Real Wedding study 2017, they have to have been married in 2017. The data was collected across 80 markets. It's incredibly comprehensive across all different geographies, diversities, all different places, budgets, on the high end, on the low end, everyone. 13,000 took the survey this year, and they had to have been members of the knot.com. So I'm going to give you a few broad strokes like landscape stats, and then I'm going to get to the trends because I think some of these things are nice to set the stage and sort of paint the picture. So our couples, your couples, are meeting online and they're meeting through their friends. Most of them have met either through an online dating site or through their friends. Fewer couples these days have met in college. I know most of us probably did or around that time, but nowadays it's not that way. Online dating sites and through friends, the top 2. And what else? He's 31 and she's 29. Their average household income is about $98,000. That's up from 2008 when it was $85,000. So our couples are older. They're meeting online. They're not meeting in college. What else? Let's see. They're getting engaged in winter. This should not be a shocker to any of you guys. We know proposal season is the most important time of the year to get ready, to get your profiles on the Knot ready, to get your websites ready, because you know couples will be coming your way. 29% of couples get engaged in the wintertime, and 16% of those take place in December. So getting engaged in December, very popular. What else? They're going for semi-formal. 65% of couples refer to their wedding as semi-formal. The next most popular style was actually casual, followed by formal and black tie, and then the other, let's just say they made it up. What else? Ivory and white palettes, again, should not be a shocker to you that over half of couples are using whites and ivories in their wedding day colors. But interestingly enough, reds and blues are up and coming. Reds and burgundies are up 4 points year over year. Light blues, dark blues, those kinds of things. Again, I'm just painting the picture. We're going to get to the trends in a minute. Getting married between June and October. I assume many of you are busy, unless you're Florida. Many of you are busy June through October, especially 67% of couples citing that they get married during those months. September was the most popular month to get married in last year, followed by June, then October, July, May, and August. Not a surprise. They're having a 10-person wedding party. On average, they'll have 5 attendants for her, 5 attendants for him, or her and him and him. And they're spending more than ever per guest. They're spending about $245 per guest on average. That's the highest ever average guest list. And actually, I hate the word average because it's hard, because nobody actually spends the average. They spend super high, they spend below, they spend around that. Averages are tough, but we like averages in this context because it helps us understand where we're going, what's actually happening across the country. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it staying flat? And here's what is interesting about this year. The average guest list has fallen and continues to fall since 2010 by 7%. So 136 guests on average for 2017 weddings. And then the average spend, of course, per guest then is much higher. So it's up $55 a guest since 2009, which is pretty interesting. One thing to note as well, when we're calculating our averages, we're not including the honeymoon. The honeymoon oftentimes can inflate the average, but we don't think that the honeymoon is actually a really good indicator of what spend was happening around the wedding day itself. So when you look at our numbers and things, like, don't forget, like, we're not averaging in anything having to do with the travel to Jamaica or whatever they're going. Okay, so today what we're going to cover, as promised, the top 8 trends from the Not Real Wedding study and what to do about it, because we are all about actionable takeaways. And then I'm going to end it with your 2018 must-do checklist, because we love a list around here. All right, top 8 trends for 2018. Let's do it. Number 1, all about breaking traditions. That's the headline. 54% of couples are living together for more than 2 years. They're like super duper established living together, like not just we just moved in and then got married, like living together. That's up from 44% in 2010. That is crazy, you guys. 90% of them are skipping the bride side, the groom side. We have a lot of other stats and things that say they're skipping the bouquet toss, they're skipping the garter toss. They're all about breaking traditions. And this living together, this staying like single for a little bit longer and then deciding to get married is really playing a very large role in their psyche and the way they're approaching the wedding. And so when it comes to traditions, when it comes to sort of the status quo, the normal thing that you would do for a wedding, couples are rejecting it. And that's so important for all of us to know, because as we continue into this new era where couples are waiting a little bit longer, they're more established, they're paying for the weddings, it's their personalized stamp, it's about them, not mom, not dad. You've got to keep up and make sure that the language that we're all using is inclusive and really takes them into account as a couple. So our actionable takeaway for this trend is to change your pronouns. It's not about the bride. Don't just talk to her. It's about the couple as a whole. So here, I want to just kind of give you a quick way of reorienting yourself around some of the words that we use in our industry. It's not bride and groom, it's couple. It's not bridal suite, it's just a wedding suite. Anyone can use it. It's not a bridal party, it's a wedding party. So gender-specific terms like bridal are starting to sound outdated, and they're becoming a turnoff to couples planning their weddings together, because more and more so we're finding that the guys are getting involved. And also, let's not forget that it's not always him and her. It could be him and her and her. And so doing this is not only going to benefit what we're saying with a majority of couples, but also couples who are LGBT. So keep this in mind and think about changing your pronouns. Go through your websites. Are you saying bride? Are you just talking to her? Are you talking to them? Look in your contracts. Are you referring to bride and groom? Why not just say to be wed number 1 or to be wed number 2? Change it up or get creative and make it really on brand for you. But regardless, change your pronouns. 2, it's not an overall, it's all about an overall look and feel. It's not about a theme. It's not about a color. It's really about the overall feel. And again, remember, these are couples who are living together for longer than ever. They want it to feel like them. They don't think that them is just vintage or just classic. They feel like it's a whole new definition and they don't want to be labeled. And so 69% of couples reported to us that overall look and feel of the day were their top priority. Top priority. So you've got to be thinking about all of that as you're conversing with them, especially on Messenger, especially when you get an inquiry from the Knot. You got to think like, it's not about the the theme. It's not about the colors. It's about how they want the day to look and feel. Okay, so some actionable takeaways. Make mention of their wedding style in every new inquiry. You guys are all advertisers, which means you have access to the Knot Vision card. You guys, this is like gold. Okay, so for you who are not familiar, our couples now are filling out a series of questions and quiz that actually creates what we're calling sort of the vision card. So we can understand, and you can understand, their colors, their guest count, but also some of the photos that they've been saving, some of the words that they're using, some of their must-haves as we've asked them to tell us. And we are sharing that back with you so that you are able to, when you get an inquiry from a couple, in many cases have access to their vision board, which means that you can start personalizing that conversation quickly so that you don't have to ask them a bunch of series of questions, which they're unlikely to answer. Instead, you can get straight to the meat of it. So you can look at this board and say, you know what? I really love the overall look and feel that it looks like you're going for in your wedding day. You know, it's not about like, I love purple, fine, that's nice, but overall look and feel is one way to put it, and that's resonating with 70% of couples, by the way. And by the way, for those of you guys who aren't familiar or haven't played around with it lately, these vision boards are wildly popular with our couples. 150,000 vision boards have been shared so far and counting. It's incredible. It's really, really exciting. And so I think that you all should think about that, because what's really cool about a vision board like this is, unlike a Pinterest board or unlike some of the other things that you have access to through social, we're actually getting their true must-haves, the things that will make them so excited to work with you and to have their wedding. We're actually asking them to tell us what those are, and then giving it back to you so that you can truly make a connection with our couples, not just make a comment on their colors. So for example, I pulled just a few must-haves from recent wedding vision boards that were shared. Let's take a look. Cell phone free ceremony, no kids, great. Let's see, a green Porsche interactive art installation, a factory loft style. Lots of flowers, decor and interior design. Science and arrested development, nerdy details to classy romantic overall look. Test tube vases with flowers on the tables and navy table runners. Okay, if you got an inquiry from a couple and those were their must-haves, how much closer to understanding who they were would you be? And how great is this? So take advantage, understanding their must-haves, and really start to put this into motion as you have these conversations with your couples, because again, the trend is my overall look and feel are what's important to me. So use our vision card and use those must-haves. And when you are replying, because in these cases, you've got a little bit of an opportunity, a very short opportunity on the mobile phone to reply to them and to catch their attention, use those vision card details. Call them out. A fall wedding at your parents' home sounds intimate and beautiful. Those are the kinds of things that you can get when you use our vision card. So do it, take advantage of it, make sure it's short and brief, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Okay, trend number 3. It has to be fun. It has to be fun, you guys. Okay, so we ask our couples, what are the descriptors that you use to describe your wedding style? And every year we track these descriptors to see what's going up, what's going down, what can we glean from this, these words that will help us understand what to do next for you. So the word romantic, the word elegant, the word classic, yes, those are definitely, the old standbys. But the word fun has stayed steady year over year, and it's much higher than it was 5 to 10 years ago. And that word fun, I think, is very indicative of how we all need to be approaching our communication and marketing materials with our couples. Because yes, they want it to be romantic and elegant, but fun is different. Fun implies real, fun implies authenticity, fun implies connection. And those are the things that you can do upfront through your profile on the Knot, through your communication with your couples, through all the things that you put on your website and on your social channels to be more fun. Because whether you're going for a very high-end couple or a very medium road mass, we're serving a lot of people, maybe you're more on budget, it doesn't matter. They want fun, okay? So what are some things you can do? Be celebratory in your exchanges and look for ways to infuse fun into your marketing materials. I cannot tell you how many wedding professionals will have a couple come their way and they'll just get straight down to business. The easiest thing that you can do is stop and say, congratulations on getting married. I'm so excited to be a part of this process, or I'm excited for the opportunity to be a part of this process. That goes such a long way, and it makes them feel more, well, it just makes it more fun, honestly, and it connects you faster. So what else? Be fun in your profiles. You know, yes, you need to sell it with beautiful photos of your work, but you also should not be shy about throwing in some other sort of fun, personal, expressive images of your couples. It makes it more real, and it helps couples understand that not only do you do the pretty, or do you do a good job at what you do, your products, but, or the experience if you're a DJ or a band, but that you also get couples, you get real people. So be fun about it. Be fun in your photos that you put out there too. And be fun on social. You know, you can have a classic photo of a couple, but you can be fun in your caption. Marcy Bloom, our friend, wedding planner extraordinaire in New York City, she says, instead of saying something about the dog or about the couple, which we've seen a lot on Instagram, she says, deep in the wilds of Central Park. And she throws up an emoji tree. That's adorable. It's funny. That's fun. That's what she's doing. She does very high-end weddings, but she's still fun. What else? Your out-of-office replies. Are they fun? Do they say like, I'm really busy working on a wedding this weekend? Or do they say wedding week? We love wedding week. Do they express how much fun you're having and how much fun this process is supposed to be? That's a really big takeaway. So think about your emails, think about your out-of-office replies, think about your replies in general when you're exchanging with a couple. And seriously, are you fun? So check your storefront on The Knot, check your website, check your social channels, check your email exchanges. Number 4, it's all about the guest experience. Spend per guest, like I said, is at an all-time high. Add to that, 40% of couples reporting adding extra guest entertainment to the wedding day. So in their budget, they're allotting more money to extra entertainment. That could be anything from magicians to photo booths to artists, anything a little bit extra. That's up to 40% of couples. That was only 11% in 2009. So the world is shifting, and this is a huge trend. 44% of weddings, by the way, in 2017 were 3 or more days. It is all about the guest experience. So what do we do about it? Play up the guest experience, of course. Find ways to share it out online. I'm going to give you a couple ideas, but I want you to start thinking about it for yourselves because it's an individual thing. But just remember, orienting yourself around the guest experience is important to our couples. So just a few ideas. Are you a DJ in a band? Do you create amazing moments on the dance floor? Consider maybe buying a Snapchat filter for your couples or customizing it. You can put your name at the bottom if you're careful about it. Snapchat doesn't want too many logos, but if you are, your couples and their friends will be on the dance floor using Snapchat as they do and seeing your filter over the top and understanding that it was DJ Brian who helped make the dance floor super fun. And by the way, the friends that aren't invited to the wedding are also looking at that, so it helps you with word of mouth as well. Mix in photos that show off guest moments. Think about what you have in your library of images. Put those in your profile on The Knot. Put those on your website. Think about putting them more often into your social channels as well. Playing up the guest experience, helping couples understand, even from a digital like marketing perspective, that you care about their guests and what it means to them. Number 5, hiring more wedding planners than ever before. Can I get an amen? Yes, so 28% of couples are hiring a wedding planner in 2017. That's up from 19% in 2009. Of course, if they're having 3-day-long wedding weekends and they're spending more per guest and they're investing in the guest experience, this all makes sense, right? But it's great news, and I think if you're a wedding planner, maybe you're already feeling it. And for the rest of us, there's things that we can do. just knowing this. And that is investing in your relationship with wedding planners in your market, getting out there and networking. Wedding planners are being hired more often. They're more likely to be people who are going to be able to facilitate more business for you. Remember, we're a relationships first built industry. So knowing your fellow wedding planner is important. And wedding planners, knowing one another is important because your world is getting bigger. More people are joining the wedding planning world. So it's important to continue connecting. And so I encourage all of you to, use Messenger, use social, use email, use what tools you do have to connect with one another online and through social. And even more important, sign up and come to one of our education workshops. Get truly networking, get connected with people in your area. And if we don't have a workshop in your area, and by the way, the schedule is on the Not Pro blog if you want to check it out, then go and actually, buy a ticket, come to one of them, or, get together with your friends in the local market and do something yourselves. I am so serious about this one. More people hiring planners is indicative that our communities are so important amongst ourselves, not just with planners, but all of us. So get connected and get networking. Number 6, spending less time planning. Have you noticed your couples don't want to spend too much time doing much of anything? They don't want to answer long emails. They don't want to get on the phone. And the data shows that they're actually spending just overall fewer hours planning their weddings per week. They're also waiting 3 months to plan their weddings. Many of them are getting engaged at 15 months till the wedding, and then they're not even starting to plan until 12 months till the wedding. And they're spending over like an hour less per week on average than they did even in 2013 to plan their weddings. That is stunning. That is a stunning stat. And the reason is the phone, honestly. The phone has really changed the way we approach doing business, doing tasks, doing research. It's cutting down on the time. We expect things to take a little bit less time than ever before. That was only 5 years ago that couples were spending almost 7 hours a week planning their weddings. Today, it's under 6 hours. This is dramatically different. What do you do about it, though? You have to be, number one, 100% mobile first in everything that you do. Make sure that when you're exchanging emails that it fits within a phone. Make sure you're not attaching giant PDFs or giant attachments. Make sure you're thinking about the phone first. Be quick. Be 200 words or less in your emails. Think more like a text message than ever before, and be quick to reply. All of these things are playing a role in how many people are getting better, how many people are connecting faster. The wedding professionals I talk to across the board who are mobile first, who are brief, who are celebratory and quick, are the ones who are closing the business. I'm serious. So go 100% mobile first. Your mobile first website should look something like this. Brian Bossany, awesome photographer in Minneapolis, calling you out, buddy. Simple menu, logos easy to read, large on-brand hero image. Look at your mobile websites. Are your images vertical, or are they vertical, or are they horizontal? Think about the real estate that you have on that phone. I would consider doing a vertical image if I were all of you. Very little copy and a CTA button, meaning a call to action. What do you want them to do? Going 100% mobile first is huge for all of you. And that's why all of our website and all of your profiles are designed in that way. And here, we talked about being brief in your exchanges. So when you're sending a message through our messenger service, our messenger app, this is what it will look like on a desktop. But in many cases, of course, it's going to be on a phone. So when you're sending these messages, and maybe you're using a full desktop to write back to your couples, be so cognizant of what that's going to look like on a phone and really limit yourself. So this is a very good example of an email that will get a great reply on the Knot. It's quick, it's personal, it's short, and it answers all the questions that the couple had, and it does it very, very quickly. So truly consider, reorienting yourself around this world, because they are spending less time than ever planning, which means we all have to adjust in order to keep up with this. Okay. Number 7 trend. Okay, so more social sharing before and after the wedding. Yes, we all know couples are tech savvy and they're mobile first and they're social, they're all about it. But here are some stunning stats for you. 82% of them have a wedding website. Basically, all of them have a wedding website. They want to share the details about their wedding days online. Many of these websites are obviously on theknot.com, and you can take advantage of that because you can go find their wedding website. You can find information out about them when you're personalizing your replies. 64% of them have their own hashtag, which implies that they want their wedding to be talked about and to be seen online, on social. Really stunning stat. That's more than half of couples. 23% of them literally have their own Snapchat filter for their wedding day. Again, another indicator. They want their friends and family. They want the people who were not there at their wedding to see what their wedding looked like and how fun it was. And 9%, almost 10% of them are using photo sharing apps, meaning that they're asking their guests to also pull in all the images from their phones into one singular place, which is another reason why it's important for all of us to orient ourselves around what this means for you and how you can do better business with them. So what to do about it? Use your couples, for one, use your couples hashtag along the way, and most importantly, teach them how to talk about you online. And after the wedding day, if you've got access to the content, blog about it and share the wedding ASAP. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, when they have a wedding hashtag, which many of them do, ask them about it, ask them what it is, put it into your process, put it into your notes, and actually interact with them on social, online, using their hashtag. It will teach them and it will trigger them and all their guests and their friends and family that you get them, that you speak their language, and it will show that you're part of the conversation. It's so important. If social sharing is important to them, you've got to be important. You've got to use that to your advantage and be seen in the same conversations. So post about their wedding, use their hashtag, regram their engagement photos using their hashtag. They will love it. They're all doing it because they want it to be seen. What else? Blog away. If you've got this content after the fact, it is great. It's gold for you. It's content to share on social. It's content that will help your SEO and your website. And it's content that you can then submit to theknot.com to be featured. We use 2BrightLights. Go to 2brightlights.com/theknot to submit your weddings. Anybody can submit. You could be the florist. You could be the venue. You could be obviously the photographer. If you do submit, though, you've got to get the photographer's permission. That's the only catch. Make sure we've got permission. Okay, and then share your weddings. Share them out online. This is so important. They want their weddings to be seen. They're all using these social sharing apps. All the stats tell us. So put it out there. Be the originator of the content. Tag your couples and pros. The sooner after the wedding, the better. And like I said, if you're submitting it to the Knot, we can help you amplify that on their behalf and create an even longer shelf life for your couples. And like I said, if you submit, you don't just have that blog online. You don't just have it on social. You'll also have an opportunity to be featured potentially in print. If you're featured in print, the shelf life just goes, the length of time that people will be seeing these photos and your work just goes above and beyond. So once it hits the stands on the newsstands, couples will take pictures of it. They'll continue using their hashtag. Then it goes on theknot.com and we continue to push it out through social. So it's so important that you're thinking about the fact that couples these days are more and more excited about their work and their weddings getting shared out, and that can totally benefit you. Last but not least, number 8, they are hiring more videographers than ever before. Again, videographers rejoice. It's your time. 35% hired a videographer versus 26% in 2009. And 10% of couples had a drone at their wedding. Couples are video obsessed. And there are fun facts out there, like 80% of internet traffic is going to be video by the year 2020. If that is true, then we've all got some work to do. And couples are on it. They're hiring videographers more and more than ever before. What to do about it? Get comfortable with video. Start using it. Make good friends with videographers. They are your lifeline through and through for this part of what couples are asking for this trend. So get using it. Instagram stories is a place to experiment. Unveil behind the scenes details in the days and hours leading up to the wedding, building hype around the wedding, using video. one way that you can get in on all the hype and connect more with couples, because as they're hiring more videographers, they're more and more interested in video in general. So no matter who you are, you could be using video in your own marketing. This is a florist, and he is posting a highlight film from one of his most recent weddings, and he's calling out his wedding pros and he's posting it onto social. You can do this too. You can do this to not only connect with your videographer friends out there and really highlight them and get them some love, which they've been missing, but you'll also be able to more quickly connect with couples, because again, couples are looking for videos of their work and of your work. So share out your friends as your friendly videographers, highlight reels, get them shared out, give them love, because they are popular. And, take live video. Live video on social is growing, and it will help increase your reach on social. So if you're at a market mixer like wedding, this Orlando event design company was at our Orlando market mixer. They actually went live on their phone, streaming to Facebook, and showcased the entire event to all of their friends, and that helped increase their reach. So there's a lot of ways that you can embrace video, and it all goes back to the fact that couples are really into video, and they're hiring videographers more than ever before. And last but very much not least, you could try a video on your profile. I'm calling him out again. Brian Bostany does a great job with his video. He puts it on his profile. Now, it's not his #1 because he's a photographer. He wants to make sure you know that. But if you scroll to his next image in his carousel, you'll actually find a video about him. So if you want to connect with him, there you go. And that is resonating with couples. And if you don't have a video yet, I highly encourage you to think about it. And that's it. Now here they are, all in a row. Here is your checklist, your 8 must-dos for 2018. #1, change your pronouns. #2, personalize your responses by mentioning their style. It's all about that vision card. 3, be fun, congratulate them. 4, play up the guest experience. 5, be brief and 100% mobile. 6, RSVP to a workshop, engage with other wedding pros on social. 7, blog your weddings, submit them, share them, get them out there. Couples want to be seen, remember? And #8, get comfortable with video and videographers. Get excited, because this is your year. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. I'm going to close out of this really quickly here. And I just want to say thank you for investing your time with me today. We believe that education is incredibly important to the success of all of our businesses. Together, we can elevate our industry. We can do better business. We can finally work with more of the couples that are meant for us. That's what we're all about at the Knot Pro. I hope you enjoyed our webinar today. I'm going to be back at it next month. And in the meantime, follow along. Follow us on social. We're at the Knot Pro. We're announcing all of our workshops, all of our parties. Follow us. Read our newsletter. We've got great insights, and a lot of the insights I shared here, I'll start putting up on the blog for you all to share with your friends and coworkers there at the Knot. And as always, I'm Anya Winnica. You can find me on Instagram, Anya Winnica, but I'm also hellopro@thenot.com if you want to email me. Always here to answer your questions. Thank you so much. Cheers to an amazing 2018 so far, and I'll see you next month. Bye.